Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our presentation today. Now we move to our topic, attitudes and job satisfaction. Okay, shall we begin? We are going to know more about the main components of attitude. Attitudes are evaluative statements, either favorable or unfavorable about objects, people, or events. Typically, researchers have assumed that attitudes have three components. These are cognitive, fact, and behavior. And let's look at it. The cognitive component of an attitude is a description of or belief in the way things are. It sets the stage for the critical part of an attitude, its affective component. Affect is the emotional feeling segment of an attitude. And finally, affect can lead to behavioral outcome. The behavioral component of an attitude describes an intention to behave in a certain towards someone or something. For example, we put ourselves in case we are a worker in a company and situations like this. I usually work independently without any help from co-workers, and I usually highly face up pressure with the work overload in the company, and so that my action is telling this problem with my boss, and he will offer someone to help me decrease the task. And obviously, in organization, attitudes are important for their behavioral components. If workers believe, for example, like supervisor, auditors, proxies, and times and even motion in engineers are all inconspicuous to make employees work harder for same or less money. It makes sense to try to understand how these attitudes form and how they relate to actual job behavior and how they might be changed. So, what are the major job attitudes, and we will continue this. Most of research in organization behavior has looked at three attitudes: job satisfaction, job involvement, and organizational commitment. So let's define it. Job satisfaction is a collection of positive and even negative feelings that an individual holds toward his or her job. In other words, job involvement and identifying the job, actively participating in it, and considering performance important to self-worth. Finally, organizational commitment is more important, identifying with a particular organization and its goal, and wishing to maintain membership in the organization. For example, at veterinary cancer group in Tustin, California, employees tend to committed to the company because they identify with their organization and its goals and want to remain part of the small business. We move to the causes of job satisfaction. There's a strong correspondence between how people enjoy the social context of their workplace and how satisfied they are overall. Interdependence, feedback, social support, and interaction with co-workers outside the workplace are strongly related to job satisfaction, even after accounting for characteristics of the work itself. And our group had found a quote about this topic is, feelings affect the attitude, wherein the attitude affects the performance. A satisfied employee show a more responding and active attitude in the organization. Group had a small survey about attitudes and job satisfaction. We had two types of labor in our survey. The first, in manual labor, we can call him as a blue-collar worker. He's a worker in wholly limited liability company. And another one is intellectual labor, and also known as a white-collar worker. He's a deputy of marketing department in CDAF company. And here is our questions. We are totally have 10 questions for this topic, and all questions around the topic like what do they do for a living, how long have they done that job, what achievement did they gain last year, or even is their current job challenging, or will they change the job in the future, or even what is the aim in 12 and 12 days. 2020. Here is the answer of the first worker. He has worked in Hữu Limited Liability Company for 1 year. He told me that last year he obtained an official contract with the company, and he thinks that was a big achievement to cover his life. But he's not satisfied with his current job because of his low salary. He thought that he had not made effort enough in his career last year. His current job is not challenging much, and now he's not satisfied with his job and he just ignores it constantly. He's going to change his job in the future if he finds a more suitable one. Finally, he hoped that in 2020 his salary would be increased. Now the answer of the second manager in CDF company. He has worked as a deputy of marketing department for 2 years. Last year he had a career progression, and he thinks that was a wonderful achievement in his life. He's really satisfied with his current job because of the friendly working environment and also helpful colleagues. 2019 was the most successful year in his career, and he had nothing to regret. His current job is completely tricky. The higher position he gets, the heavier pressure he has to bear. And he said that if he is disappointed about his job, he would express with his colleagues. They would help him to overcome those problems. He didn't intend to change his career because he hoped that in 2020 he would get more promotion. So we as a result we show you that comparison between theory and reality. We see that there are many points of no similarity. Each person have different job satisfaction. It leads to salary is the mean to motivate people. People will leave their job if they can find better job. And the main attitude at work are closely related. The theory is the foundation of practice. To conclusion and lesson. As a result, our conclusion is satisfied workers who feel that they are treated fairly and trusted by the organization are often willing to engage in the organization that exceeds expectation. Or they will demand in work and also avoid workplace misconduct by the unsatisfied workers, such as making effort to form unions or embezzlement, hardness, or even stagnation. The lesson is manager need to constantly pay attention to employee satisfaction at work because it will lead to employee attitudes and practices at work. Managers strive for improving employee job satisfaction and the positive attitude at work, so that focus on core parts of the job, such as how the work becomes more challenging and interesting to improve employee attitudes to gain high efficiency at work. And this is enough. Thanks for watching.